Good morning. So all week long, I've been wearing a Philadelphia Phillies t-shirt underneath whatever long sleeve or sweatshirt that I've otherwise been wearing. But today, I'm breaking it out in full force. That's because today would have been opening day for the Phillies. Now, of course, with all the coronavirus shutdowns, there is no opening day for Major League Baseball, at least today, at least not yet. But that doesn't mean that it should stop me from making some sort of a very loose and kind of tongue in cheek, but maybe a little bit true, biblical illustration out of the Philadelphia Phillies. And this is what I mean. I was actually thinking about this as I was listening to the second half of Psalm 78, which was my morning listening from the Psalms. Because in Psalm 78, verse 39, it says that God, in the midst of Israel's rebellion against him, remembered that his people were but flesh. In other words, he remembered that they were rebellious sinners that he had chosen to bestow his grace upon. And he goes through and continues to talk about the rebellion of God's people against him. And if you go back to the book of Deuteronomy, it actually explicitly says that the reason that God chose the people of Israel was not because they were more numerous than the other peoples. It wasn't because they were better. It wasn't because they were more worthy. It was simply because God had chosen, out of his mere good pleasure and grace, to love them. Now, hear me out, but I actually think then the Philadelphia Phillies are a better example of what it means to understand your position as a child of God than, say, I don't know, maybe the New York Yankees. Now, hear me out, because I know that's a dangerous kind of a thing to throw into the mix when I live now in mainly New York sports territory. But this is what I mean. See, it's not really hard to love the New York Yankees. They're good almost all the time. Even when they don't win, they're still good. Even when they get injuries, they're still good. They have more World Series champions than any other team in baseball history. The Phillies, on the other hand, this is a 2008 World Series championship t-shirt. And it's old already, and it's starting to crack, but it's got to last me because, see, the Phillies, they tend to win championships every 20, 30 years or so. And like I tell my kids, it's we don't like the Phillies. We're not Phillies fans because they're somehow worthy of it, because they've somehow earned it, because they somehow perform better than other people. No, we like the Phillies because we have chosen to bestow our grace upon them. See, I think that I'm actually going to consider this delay of opening day a benefit. It's another day. Every progressive day is a day where I get to remind myself that the Phillies are still tied for first place. And to the extent that that reminds me of God's grace, maybe that's something that is good that can come out of all of this. Have a great day.